My girlfriend said, "Your salary is embarrassing. I tell people you're between jobs." I smiled. Next day, I showed up to her office Christmas party as her boss's new business partner. She spent the whole night hiding in the bathroom. I, 32 male, been with Victoria, 29, for about 18 months. Everything seemed fine until about 3 months ago when she got promoted to senior marketing manager at her company. Suddenly, my job wasn't good enough anymore. See, I work in IT. Not at some fancy tech startup, just a regular systems analyst at a mid-sized logistics company. Make about $75K, which I thought was decent. Apparently, Victoria disagreed. It started with little comments. Maybe you should update your LinkedIn. Have you thought about getting an MBA? Trevor's boyfriend just got promoted to director level. Then last week, we were getting ready for dinner with her friends. She turns to me. "Victoria, oh, just so you know, if anyone asks about your work, maybe keep it vague." Why? Well, it's just, these are successful people. SVPs, directors, entrepreneurs. Your whole situation might make me look bad. My situation? You know what I mean. Your salary is honestly embarrassing. I've been telling people you're between jobs, looking for something better. You've been lying about my job? It's not lying, it's protecting our image. Do you want people thinking I'm dating down? I just stood there, processing. She'd been telling people I was unemployed because my actual job embarrassed her. Victoria, don't look at me like that. If you made real money, I wouldn't have to. Me? Real money? You know, 6 figures at least, like adults make. Right? Went to dinner, smiled, nodded, let her friends give me fake sympathy about my job search. One guy even offered to look at my resume. Victoria squeezed my hand under the table like she'd done me a favor. Here's what Victoria didn't know. I'd been working on a side project for 2 years, a specialized inventory management system. Started it to solve problems at my own company, but it grew into something bigger. Had been in talks with several companies about licensing it. That Monday after the dinner, I got the call. Megalog Corp wanted to buy my system outright. The number they offered? $1.8 million. Plus, they wanted me as a consultant for implementation. 2-year contract at $200K per year. Guess which company Megalog had just acquired? Victoria's company. Her office Christmas party was that Friday. She'd been stressing about it all week. Victoria, please don't embarrass me. Maybe say you're in tech consulting? That sounds better than what you actually do. Actually, I can't make it Friday. What? Everyone brings their partner. It'll look weird. Sorry, work thing came up. What possible work thing could you have that's more important? Me, just a meeting. She sulked for 3 days, called me selfish, unsupportive, embarrassing, said her coworkers would think I was imaginary. Friday arrived, the party started at 6. At 5:45, I walked into the hotel ballroom with Richard Liu, CEO of Megalog, and 2 other executives. We weren't crashing. Richard wanted to do a surprise announcement about the acquisition and introduce key partners to the team. Saw Victoria immediately. She was by the bar in her red dress, laughing with coworkers, probably explaining her unemployed boyfriend couldn't make it. Richard stepped up to the microphone. The room quieted. Richard, good evening, everyone. I know this is your holiday party, but I wanted to personally welcome you to the Megalog family and introduce some key people who'll be working closely with your teams. Victoria was half listening, sipping champagne. First, I'd like you to meet the genius behind SmartTrack, the system that's going to revolutionize our operations. He'll be heading up our implementation as senior technical consultant. Brandon Chase. I stepped forward. Victoria's champagne glass stopped halfway to her lips. Richard, Brandon just joined us through an acquisition deal that's going to transform how we do business. He built something extraordinary, and we're lucky to have him. The room applauded. I made brief eye contact with Victoria. Her face had gone white. Her boss, David, practically ran over to shake my hand. David, Brandon, this is incredible. We've been needing something like SmartTrack for years. Thanks, David. Looking forward to working with your team. Oh, have you met our senior marketing manager, Victoria Chen? She'll probably be involved in rolling out the internal communications. Victoria had appeared beside him, forced smile plastered on. Actually, Victoria and I know each other. Really? Small world. How do you know each other? We're dating. David's eyebrows shot up. Dating? Victoria, you never mentioned Brandon was your boyfriend. This is fantastic. You must be so proud. Richard told me about the acquisition deal. 8 figures, right? Victoria looked like she might vomit. Update 1. The party continues. The next hour was comedy gold. Victoria kept trying to pull me aside, but I was constantly surrounded by her coworkers wanting to talk about SmartTrack. Her friends, the same ones she'd tried to impress by lying about me, were suddenly very interested in my journey. So you built this while working full-time? That's incredible. Yeah, nights and weekends for 2 years. Victoria's seen me working on it. You must have been so supportive, Vic. Yes, so supportive. Her friend Melanie. Wait, Vic, didn't you say Brandon was unemployed? No, I said he was exploring opportunities. She's always been protective of my privacy. Didn't want me talking about the project before the deal closed. That's so thoughtful. Victoria excused herself to the bathroom. She was gone for 20 minutes. When she came back, her boss pulled both of us over. Victoria, I'm putting you on the SmartTrack rollout team. You'll be working directly with Brandon. This is a huge opportunity for you. Great, can't wait. Brandon, quick question. When you implement the system, will it affect our current reporting structure? Actually, yes. The efficiency gains are significant. Most companies see a 30% reduction in redundant positions, including marketing, especially in marketing. The automated analytics replace a lot of manual reporting roles. Victoria gripped my arm, hard. After David walked away, Victoria, we need to talk, now. Me, can't. Richard wants me to meet the CFO. Later? She went back to the bathroom. Another 15 minutes. The pattern continued all night. She'd emerge, try to act normal, hear another colleague gushing about the acquisition or asking about her genius boyfriend, and retreat to the bathroom again. Her assistant found it hilarious. Victoria's got some stomach bug. She's been in there half the night. Around 9 p.m., I finally let her corner me by the coat check. What the hell are you doing? Attending a work function. You lied to me. I never lied. You never asked about my side projects. Too busy being embarrassed by my situation. You let me tell people you were unemployed. That was your choice. I told you I had a job. A job that paid nothing. $75 is not nothing. You just sold a company for millions and didn't tell me? Me. When would I have told you? While you were explaining how embarrassing I am, or when you were coaching me to lie about my job. She started crying. Not sad tears. Angry tears. This is so typical. You couldn't just tell me like a normal person. You had to humiliate me. I humiliated you? You've been telling people I'm unemployed for months. That's different. How? I was trying to protect us. You did this to be vindictive. I did this because it's my job. Your company is now my client. Would you prefer I turn down $2 million to protect your ego? She stormed off. Spent the rest of the party in the bathroom or at the furthest table from wherever I was. Update 2. The aftermath. Saturday morning, woke up to multiple texts. Here's the highlight reel. How could you do this to me? Everyone thinks I'm a gold digger now. My boss asked why I never mentioned your company. This is so humiliating. You're enjoying this. We need to talk about our future. Why didn't you tell me? I look like an idiot. My friends are all texting me. You planned this. My favorite. If you loved me, you would have told me about the money. Really? Because if she loved me, my salary wouldn't be embarrassing. Sunday, she showed up at my apartment. Full makeup, designer outfit, acting like a different person. Victoria, baby, I've been thinking we should move in together. Maybe get a nice place downtown? Why the sudden change? No change. I've always wanted that, and now that you're successful, we can afford it. I was successful before, just at a different scale. You know what I mean. Real success. There it is. She tried to backtrack. That's not what I meant. I'm just excited about our future. What future? Last week you were embarrassed to be seen with me. I was never embarrassed. I was just managing expectations. By lying. Stop saying that. I was protecting you. From what? From judgment. Your judgment? No, their judgment. But not anymore, right? Now that I have money? She actually smiled, like I'd finally understood. Exactly. Now we don't have to worry about any of that. The lack of self-awareness was stunning. Victoria, we're done. What? You can't break up with me. We're a power couple now. Me, no. I'm successful, and you're embarrassed by anyone making less than 6 figures. That's not a couple. That's not true. I love you. You love my acquisition deal. How can you say that? Because you spent months lying about me when I made $75, but suddenly want to move in when I have money. This is so unfair. I supported you. You literally told people I was unemployed, for your own good. Monday at work was awkward. She had to sit through a meeting where I presented the implementation timeline, kept trying to make eye contact. I stayed professional, focused on the presentation. After the meeting, her boss pulled me aside. Hey, is everything okay with you and Victoria? We're no longer together. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. This won't affect the project, will it? Not from my end. I'm here to do a job. Good. She seemed distracted today. That's unfortunate. Tuesday, the gossip mill was in full swing. Apparently, Victoria had been damage controlling hard. Her new story. We'd been having problems. I'd hidden the acquisition to hurt her. I was threatened by her success. Her friend Melanie actually called me. Melanie, hey Brandon, weird question. Victoria says you kept the company sales secret to make her look bad? Me, she told me my salary was embarrassing and to lie about having a job. She said what? Yeah. Been telling people I was unemployed for months. But why would she? Oh my God. Yeah. That's so messed up. She told us you were job hunting and she was supporting you. Nope. Been employed the whole time, just not making enough for her standards. I'm so sorry. That's awful. It is what it is. Wednesday, Victoria tried a new approach. Showed up to my office with lunch. Peace offering? I'm busy. Brandon, please. I made a mistake. Multiple mistakes, over months. I know. I was wrong. Can we talk about it? We just did. I mean, really talk? Maybe dinner? No. You're really gonna throw us away over this? You threw us away when you decided I was embarrassing. I never said that. Your exact words were your salary is embarrassing. I was stressed. I didn't mean it. You meant it enough to lie to everyone we know. She left the lunch on my desk. Threw it away untouched. Final update, 3 weeks later. It's been a month since the Christmas party. The implementation is going well. Victoria and I maintain minimal professional contact. She's tried everything. Crying in meetings, I ignore it. Dressing provocatively, I stay focused on work. Bringing up our memories in front of colleagues, I redirect to business. Sending long emails about her feelings. Straight to archive. The best part? The consequences of her own actions are catching up. Her team found out she'd been lying about me. Trust issues emerged. When she claimed credit for something that wasn't hers, people started fact-checking. Turns out I wasn't the only thing she'd been lying about. She'd inflated her role in several projects, claimed connections she didn't have, and exaggerated her influence in the company. When people realized she'd been lying about her unemployed boyfriend for months, they started questioning everything. David called me in last week. David, I need to ask you something off the record. Sure. Victoria's performance has been concerning. She seems to have a pattern of misrepresenting things. I can only speak to my personal experience. Which was? She told people I was unemployed because my actual job embarrassed her. For how long? At least 3 months. David, while you were building a multi-million-dollar company? Correct. I see. Yesterday heard through the grapevine that Victoria's been put on a performance improvement plan. The SmartTrack system flagged multiple inconsistencies in her reported metrics. Turns out she'd been fudging numbers for months, assuming no one would check. Someone definitely checked. She sent one last text last night. I hope you're happy. You've ruined my life. I might lose my job. Everyone thinks I'm a liar. All because you couldn't tell me about your stupid company. We could have been perfect together. You're going to regret this. I didn't respond, but I did smile. See, Victoria was right about one thing. I did show up to that party on purpose, not to humiliate her, but because I'd had enough. Enough of being embarrassing. Enough of being someone's shameful secret. Enough of pretending her blatant disrespect was okay. She spent months telling people I was unemployed because my real job wasn't impressive enough. Now she might be actually unemployed because her real performance isn't impressive enough. The difference? I never lied about who I was. Never pretended to be something I wasn't. Never felt the need to tear someone down to build myself up. $75K might have been embarrassing to her, but it was honest. My IT job might not have impressed her friends, but it taught me the skills to build something worth millions. And her? She's still hiding in bathrooms, still making excuses, still blaming everyone else for the consequences of her own choices. Last I heard, she's telling people I blindsided her with success, that I should have included her in my business, that I owe her for the support she gave me. The same support that had her telling people I was unemployed, the same inclusion that had her coaching me to lie about my job, the same partnership where my salary was too embarrassing to acknowledge. Nah, I'm good. My embarrassing $75 job is now a $200K consulting position. My side project is worth $1.8 million. And my girlfriend who was embarrassed by me, she's someone else's problem now. Or more accurately, she's her own problem. And that's exactly how it should be.